Bam, I know you guys always believe you can win any game, no matter what the situation is. But in 11-3 or whatever you guys are in the postseason, and to win this game by 30 or whatever it was, are you surprising yourself a little bit, on any level, with just how some of this has gone, or how different the story seems to have shifted from what you guys went through the first 6 months of the year?
No. We just needed, the ups and downs prepared us for these moments. They prepared us for, going 11-3 in the postseason. Still having a great opportunity to go further in this playoff run. So for us, it's not shocking because y'all not around, but y'all don't see the work that a lot of guys put in, and it's speaking volume right now in this postseason. So for us, I don't believe it's a surprise or a shocker.
How important has Gabe's scoring ability and just aggression been during this playoff run?
Gabe's been Mr. Reliable, and it's not just scoring. Y'all see the scoring, but I see him being in the right spots, making the right pass, communicating on defense, taking charges, and he's doing the little things, and then obviously he can score the basketball too.
Hey, Bam. Spo mentioned during his post-game remarks that a lot of the pent-up, built-up emotion that you guys have is starting to come out. And then it was asked, is that from the regular season? I'm wondering if that stretches all the way back to last year and last conference finals, if that's the emotion that we're talking about.
Being number one in the conference and you lose in the Eastern Conference Finals, it does sting, but I think the grit and the motivation and the aggression that we play with has just been through this up and down season. That experience has built us for these moments, and we'll all express ourselves throughout the playoffs.
Bam, Spo said after last Eastern Conference Finals that there were some changes he wanted to make to the offense. And all year long, even though the shots weren't always falling, he said, you guys are building towards something. Now the offense is obviously clicking on an entirely different level, but what role has Spo played in building the offense up to this point?
One thing about it, Spo always believed in all of us. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Day in, day out, he always fueled us. He always came in there with a positive mindset and, wanting us to win. So for us, it's great to have a coach like that who believes in everybody, 1 through 15.
Did he maybe believe in the offense at times when you guys didn't?
I don't think we didn't believe. I just think shots weren't falling. So, sticking to the strip and, not veering away from that and being consistent day in, day out, shots going or not. Staying the course and trying to be consistent.
Bam, you mentioned a couple times in the last week that nobody's surprised by what you guys are doing. If somebody started following and watching your games in the last couple of weeks or so since this postseason and said, well, what the hell happened? What would you tell them?
Man, when you got guys with backs against the wall, almost out of the playoffs, lose the first playing game, then you win the second one, and then you just build off of that. We get in the playoffs, all right, let's start chipping away. And it's believing, believing in one another, believing that we can get a win, believing that we can beat, the number one team in the league. When belief is real, and we got a will to win.
Bam, I know it didn't matter tonight because you didn't play the fourth, but I think early in the series, you've been holding players at 24% shooting, I think, in the fourth quarter this playoffs. I guess just what is it about, the fourth quarter defensively, things tighten down, and just what changes, compared to the rest of the game?
I feel like the fourth quarter is when everything matters the most, and not discrediting the first 3 quarters, but when you get in that fourth quarter and everybody's rallied around each other in that huddle, and it's win the quarter, win the game. A lot of us take that to heart. I know I do, especially. So for us, it's win the quarter, win the game, even if it's by half a point.
Bam, could you take us through that spin move that you had on Jaylen Brown, and I guess just how much your explosive lob plays also electrified the crowd tonight?
Just out there playing basketball, being free, having fun. Coach wants me to be aggressive. They want the ball in my hands, so out there making plays.
Bam, any thoughts on how the role players really stepped up tonight? Gabe, career game, and kind of the unheralded players like Duncan, Max, and Caleb.
They're in the flow right now. They're finding out ways to score, getting easy baskets, seeing the ball go in, and behind the scenes, they're putting in all the work you can imagine.
Bam, they made a lineup change. I know they started the second half of Game 3 like that, but, they said ahead of time today they were going to do it. Right? How did you guys react to just seeing that they started differently?
Knowing when they made their lineup switch, they're going to try to play faster. So biggest thing for us was getting back in transition, loading to the ball, and making them take difficult shots, trying to keep them in the half court instead of in transition.
All right, we'll take one from Zoom. Christos Saltis, go ahead.
Hey, Bam, congrats on the win. Now, one win away from the NBA Finals. How big was that? How big is that for you, reflecting on what happened, everything that you've been through this season, and what you need to do in Game 4 to finish the job?
Finish the job, win. That's bottom line. But through all these ups and downs, good and bad of the season, I feel like the biggest thing that, we all really relied on was each other and staying together.